Whiskey 4, Delta Hotel Papa.
Delta Hotel Papa, Roger. What's the name?
Delta Hotel Papa, Roger. What's the name?
This is Daryl. Going to see about my audio there, if you don't mind.
Roger, Daryl. Where are you located, sir?
Roger, Daryl. Where are you located, sir?
I'm in Knoxville, Tennessee. I think I've talked to you once before. This here's a ST-101D that I'm speaking on now, and I've got a Heathkit ST-220 behind it.
Alrighty, if you would, why don't you give me about 10 seconds and tell me about your antenna system and let me find the best path for us, Roger?
Roger on that. Yes, sir, I've got
this path for us, Roger.
Roger on that. Yes, sir, I've got a band antenna. It's loaded. It's got a loading coil on it there, and got a bunch of ground radios out there on it. Does pretty good. It seems to have a really good radiation pattern as far as I can tell, but I usually own 40 meters, you know, and sometimes I like to go to 20.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, I've got a good copy on you now on my local 7300. And it's between that and the Kentucky SDR, which is up around Cincinnati, but I have a really good copy on you on my 7300 with the dipole. And what we do mainly here is set up transmitters, and the first part of that is to be sure that your transmit bandwidth, your TBW, is in that wide 100 to 2900 position. Are you familiar with that?
Not exactly, sir. Like 1E, and I don't know about any kind of adjustment on the bandwidth there. You'd have to tell me about that.
Yes, sir. Is that a newer radio or an older radio?
No, sir. That's an older radio. I believe it was made maybe in the late 60s, early 70s. Got some tubes in it and things like that.
Yes, sir. So you probably have a fixed transmit bandwidth. So you are what you are, and you probably don't have any of the higher options for that year radio. But then we would move to the compressor processor on at a 3. It's a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. It's just a token amount, but it does exactly what we need to do for the back end of the setup when we're finished. So that would be compressor on at a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. Roger.
Okay, roger that. But I got the switch here processed. Now I have it off right now, and then over to the right I have a dial, and it's the level control, and I believe that's the control for that processor. And it goes from the center. It'll go left all the way up to 4 plus, and then it'll go right all the way around to 5 on both sides, negative. So talk to me about that.
What's it called? What is that adjustment called? Usually they have a name by the adjustment.
Yes, sir, it says level. It's the level control. I believe that's the speech processor level. And like I say, I've got the processor off now because I had it on, and somebody asked me to turn it off for a second. They said it sounded way better without it.
Roger. Well, why don't you give me a shot? Just put it on there at a 3. That's a secret there at a 3, because it doesn't suck up between the words on a 3. That's the very critical thing there, Roger.
Roger, that's a positive.
Roger.
A negative 3. That's a negative 3 right there.
All right, I'm not sure if that may be your mic level. That may be your mic level. Does it say mic level?
No, sir. The mic gain level, that's a different control there. This one here is it's got 2 knobs. It's got a knob, and then it's got an outer lever, and the inner knob is the clarifier, which I'm not using, and then the outer lever, it says level.
Yeah, we'll just leave that like it is for the moment, and let's move to your ALC. That will be the most helpful thing for you. That will set your audio level. You have a ALC meter, is that a Roger?
Roger, yes sir, and it's you set that inside the radio on the meter, and it's right there on right under the 20 over mark on 3.
Roger. Well, you actually control your ALC meter by your mic level control. And the more you turn up your mic level control, the harder over to the right that ALC meter goes. And what you want to do is put that ALC meter about 2/3 over. As you say the word audio, you become a human test generator, and just turn your mic level up until your ALC meter is running at 2/3. Roger?
Roger on that. Audio, and see, more as I turn it, nothing happens when I've got the meter ALC, and it just stays there on the same, pretty much the same spot on the dial, and it's about 2/3, I guess, is where it's at. It's in the green of the ALC marking there.
Roger. Yeah, you should be up around 50% or so on your mic level control. 50% on your mic level control, or thereabouts, Roger?
Roger, yeah, I got it on number 6 there out of 10.
Yes, sir, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. And do you know where your equalization page is? Does it have an equalization page?
No, sir. Like I say, it's an analog radio, and I was wondering about that process switch there and that level control. Like I say, I got it in the circuit now, but I was told before that it sounded better when it's out of the circuit, and I can see that my power on my watt meter is lower now with that process.
Right. Well, normally it would be higher with your processor in than lower. It would be higher than lower with your processor in. Gosh, why don't you take your mic gain up to about 7? Take your mic gain up to about 7 and let me listen to you.
Okay, sir. Yeah, I did that, and I switched that process off. That speech processor may be something wrong with it there. Do I sound better with that off?
That sounds pretty good there. Now put it on and talk to me again. Yeah, there's something definitely wrong with that compressor processor.
Okay, yeah, I'll leave that off, and I'll see about getting that. It's got modules, there's like several different circuit boards inside this radio, and one of them is the speech processor circuit board, so I'll see about getting that board repaired there, I guess.
Yes, sir. Now turn your mic gain back to a 5. Take it back to a 6 where you had it. Take it back to a 6 and let me listen to you.
Okay, how about, let's see, let me get it on. Right there, that's 6 right there. Yes.
All right, then take it back to 5 and let me listen to you.
Okay, here comes 5. There, back to you.
Yeah, but I'd take it back up to 6, Roger.
Roger, how's that?
Yes, sir. Now you're about 8 dB over my local noise level. Roger, sounding really good.
Okay, Roger, I appreciate that there, and I'll get that processor board looked at, and then I'll check in with you again after that, and we'll work on that some. How about that?
Yes, sir, that's good. And if you want to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube and do that call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that'll take you to this recording, and it'll be cut number 1 in a series of 3,000, and I'll have it uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow. Roger?
Hey, Roger, on that. I sure do appreciate your time there, and hope you have a good afternoon, and help encourage everybody else to get their adjustments right there. Whiskey 4, Delta, Hotel Papa, and thank you a lot there. Back to you.
Roger, Daryl. 73, sir. Thanks for dropping by. If you get a chance, drop by next Friday. We'd love to have you. We're on 3:30 till 5 Friday afternoons. 73. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.